Hello and welcome into your reading, Libras. This is a bonus reading for you where we're going to start to look into the house system in your chart. Since it's the last day of Libra season, I wanted to get in some bonus readings. So welcome in. This is Lauren the Mystic, and I am just going to do a general reading for the Libra Collective right now, tuning into the energy of the first house in your chart. So if you're a Libra rising, this is your first house. And I typically am doing readings based on rising sign, but feel free to listen regardless of your placements, your Libra placements. Just know that they might shift a little bit, the vantage point. But if you're a Libra rising, first house is your overall sense of self. And what we're tuning into is maybe where we have placed potentially too much focus, too much energy, what we might not have placed enough energy on for ourselves, and what can we do to bring this area of our life into balance. So this came out upside down when it came out. It's the High Priestess card. And here, this is what is too heavily out of balance. And to me, what this is speaking to is a lack of attending to your own meditative process, to connecting into your higher aspect of self, to connecting into your own personal divine nature, perhaps. Perhaps not tuning in enough to your own inner wisdom and guidance. That what I'm hearing is maybe you might be moving through a set of circumstances here. So this might not apply for everyone, so just take this how it resonates. But I'm hearing you might be moving through some type of circumstance that has created a feeling of maybe disconnect to your intuitive knowing, to your higher aspect of self, or potentially created a disconnect in your personal self-care routine and how you would connect into spirit, how you would work with your energy on that level. So, Spirit, what could we use more of? What does Libra need to bring more of into their life right now? What's been a little too light? Show us the energies, please, Spirit. The Libra Collective, thank you. And so here we have the Knight of Swords, which the Knights are about movement. Swords are about taking action steps of where we want to go. And so perhaps what Spirit is guiding us into seeing here is that this disconnection, or perhaps not tuning into our higher intuitive communication with Spirit, that is somehow interfering with our ability to take some grounded action steps here. And so Spirit just showing us, what is the guidance? How can we bring this energy into coherence? What does Libra need to know? What does the collective need to know to bring this energy, thank you, into coherence? And so in order to bring balance into the situation, we've got the Four of Pentacles energy. Yeah, I just wanted to tune into some of the additional signifiers here in comparison to what my intuitive hits were. And it's just really kind of confirming what I was feeling here. The Four of Pentacles, the way to bring balance is to allow yourself. So I was really being drawn into the circle of being in flow with the universe and being in flow with what gifts are coming in. And what I'm receiving from this specifically, which differs from this explanation here, but it's really about, checking in with what you've already got, your resources that you've already got within your toolkit, within your ability to work with, and prioritizing those resources that are really speaking to your heart. They're larger, perhaps. You see how the pentacle she's holding is a little bit larger in size. And it might be about the same or slightly larger than this second pentacle here. And then these two pentacles are slightly smaller behind her back. But they're all within her wheelhouse. They're all within her resources and her ability. And this really speaks to a sense of foundation and balance within yourself, creating that sense of foundation and balance. And allowing yourself to be called to what's sparking your interest the most, what is your loudest yes is what I'm hearing. The loudest yes of your pentacles, of your resources that you wish to take an action step upon. And so you start there. You start with your loud yeses and take a grounded action step. You see how this Knight of Swords is literally placing her powerful action here. She's manifesting it into physical form here on the ground space. Look at all that magic right there on the ground within this card. Here, I'll show it to you closer. And it's about being discerning too. It's about being discerning in what action steps you're taking, but allowing yourself to go big. Go big on your big yeses. And then continue to work within the realm of the rest of your resources, continuing to shore up your foundation, remaining in flow, and returning back into your practices, returning into the foundation, the foundational practices, now I'm hearing, of who this high priestess really is, which is an intuitive wielder of higher knowing. She's balancing the polarity of light and dark. She's listening in through her guides to the universal forces that are surrounding her. She's tuning into cosmic guidance, the guidance from the moon. And she's working within the elemental properties, within the elemental power of the earth. She's in this energetic high point, which is symbolic of being in a temple. And look at how she's positioned within this temple. And her third eye, is receiving all of this information and bringing it down, grounding it down. And so it's really just a matter of reconnecting with this aspect of self and bringing in those really high yeses, those large pentacles. Work with those large resources that you have that are your bigger yeses in order to take the grounded action steps that perhaps you've needed to move on, and you've been maybe a bit hesitant or shy to take that next step. Okay, so let's tune in and just see if Spirit has any clarifying messages for Libra. Any clarifying messages for the High Priestess, please, Spirit? Thank you. Excuse me, Libra, those fell on the floor. Okay, so the first card that came out for the clarifying is the Devil, which is really about a signal of change, right? Changing the action step, making a change, and how you're allowing this energy to flow through you. And then we've got the Six of Wands clarifying our Four of Pentacles. And this is about allowing your light to shine through you. Look at her. She's up on a stage. She's celebrating her gifts, celebrating these big pentacles that are already her resources, already within her wheelhouse to offer out into the world. And look at this last clarifier. This is gorgeous. This is like your holy grail, Libra. This is your holy grail. Look at that. So from making this change, connecting in to your inner divinity is really what this is. Connecting into that High Priestess energy, really focusing on what is lighting you up. Where is that guidance leading your energy, that energy to soar, and asking you to shine your light brightly in order to take a grounded action step and bring that dream, bring whatever it is that's moving you forward into the fruition. And we've got this Ace of Swords clarifying this Knight of Swords, which is like that visionary. This is it, Libra. This is that action step that is the pentacle speaking to you the most. It's like that's where your light is coming through. That's where your brilliance is now shining out. And you see, look at all these brilliant downloads and ideas that this person is just bringing forward through the power of their knowing. So you are in a beautiful process, Libra. I am so excited to see what unfolds. I know it probably feels like you're being squeezed right now because there's a deep process of change and transformation happening. But I believe that we are all being shifted into our higher expressions of your lighted energy, your lighted self. And it's really quite transformational right now for the Libras out there. So sending you lots of love to all of my Libras. I'm going to be taking a look at houses 4, 7, and 10. So we're going to be looking at what is out of balance and how we can bring it into balance within the space of our homes, within the space of our relationships, and with the space of our careers, or our legacies, and what we are doing out there in the world. See you in the next one.